Many couples step into marriage without truly speaking about who they are, what they expect, and how they will grow together. When those conversations are avoided, misunderstandings often replace mercy. But when we sit down before Nikah with honesty and respect,
Here's what usually happens. Two people meet. They talk about surface-level things, favorite foods, hobbies, what they studied. Maybe they discuss where they want to live. Then they get married. 6 months later, they're in their first major fight about money, or in-laws, or how to raise kids, and they realize they never actually discussed what matters. The Prophet Muhammad encouraged getting to know a potential spouse appropriately. But getting to know someone means asking real questions, not just making small talk. Today, I'm sharing 5 critical topics you must discuss before Nikah. These aren't optional, they're essential. Let's begin. Topic number 1. Money and financial expectations. This is where most couples make their biggest mistake. They assume they're on the same page without actually discussing it. First question: who will manage the household budget? Some couples split everything, 50-50. Others follow the Islamic model, where the husband provides and the wife's income is her own. Neither is wrong, but you need to agree beforehand. Will the wife work? If yes, how will you manage childcare? What if she wants to stop working later? Second question: are there any debts? Student loans? Car payments? Credit cards? You're about to combine your lives. Financial secrets destroy trust. Third, what about supporting parents? In many cultures, it's expected. But will that support be monthly? Occasional? Will parents live with you eventually? Discuss specifics. Fourth, spending habits. Are you a saver or a spender? Do you believe in buying the best or being frugal? These differences cause daily friction if not addressed. And finally, what are your financial goals? Do you want to buy a house? Start a business? Retire early? Make sure you're working toward the same future. Topic number 2. Children and parenting. This seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many couples never have this conversation. Do you both want children? How many? When? What if one wants kids immediately and the other wants to wait 5 years? What if someone doesn't want kids at all? If you have children, who will be the primary caregiver? Will someone stay home? For how long? Or will you use daycare? What about Islamic education home, Islamic school, or weekend madrasa? And this is critical. How will you discipline children? What are your non-negotiables? What values must they learn? How involved should grandparents be in parenting decisions? These questions reveal your core values. If you can't agree on raising children, you're setting up for conflict. Topic number 3. Family dynamics and boundaries. Listen carefully. This is the number 1 source of marital problems globally. Will you live with in-laws? Islamically, a wife has the right to her own home, but culturally, many families expect otherwise. What's your plan? How often will you visit parents? Every week? Once a month? What about holidays whose family gets priority? These seem small but cause huge resentment. Who makes decisions in your marriage? Just you two? Or will parents and family have input? What happens if your spouse's family interferes? Set boundaries now. And here's a tough one. What if your families don't get along? What if there's conflict between your mother and your wife? Whose side do you take? Think about it. Topic number 4. Life goals and priorities. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Because if you're going in different directions, your marriage won't survive. Career questions. How important is your career? Will you relocate for a job? What if one gets an amazing opportunity abroad? Who sacrifices? Lifestyle. Do you want to live in the city or countryside? Do you want a simple life or material comfort? Do you prioritize experiences or savings? And long-term. Do you want to retire in your home country or elsewhere? Will you go for Hajj together? Do you dream of doing dawah work or charity projects? Topic number 5. Religious practice and Deen. This should actually be your first conversation, not your last. How important is Islam in your daily life? Do you pray 5 times a day? Do you want your spouse to remind you if you're slipping? Or would that annoy you? What about Islamic knowledge? Will you study together? Attend lectures? Listen to Quran? Or is religion more private for you? Income. Do you care if income is 100% halal? Would you work in banking, insurance, or entertainment if it paid well? Where do you draw the line? And for the home, how Islamic do you want your environment? TV or no TV? Music? Social media? Modesty standards when guests visit? If one of you is more practicing than the other, that's okay, but you need to know where each other stands and where you're both willing to grow. Bonus topic: communication and conflict resolution. How do you handle anger? Do you yell? Give silent treatment? Need space? Talk it out immediately? What are your triggers? What makes you shut down? How do you apologize? Can you admit when you're wrong? These patterns will define your marriage. These conversations are uncomfortable. They might even be awkward. But you know what's more uncomfortable? Discovering incompatibility after Nikah. The Prophet said, "The best of you are those best to their wives." Part of being good to your spouse starts before marriage with honesty, clarity, and real communication. Have these conversations with a mahram present. Keep it halal, but keep it real. Don't avoid hard topics because you're afraid. Face them now. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who's engaged or considering marriage. Drop Ameen if you're praying for a blessed union. And subscribe for more Islamic guidance on marriage. Marriage is half your deen. Prepare properly. Jazakallahu khair for watching.